Alright, look, I understand you're all upset about the live-action Cowboy Bebop already, but you need to calm down. Like, I get it, live-action anime will almost always end up bad, especially when it's done in the West. We've seen that already with Dragon Ball, Death Note, and Ghost in the Shell, so I can understand why you'd expect the same outcome with Cowboy Bebop, but please, stop grasping at things to complain about. Like, you guys hate Faye Valentine's outfit because it's not as sexual as it was in the anime, and I get it. You don't like how it's not faithful to the original character, but that doesn't mean you need to start shitting on the actress over it, then crying when she calls you out on your bullshit when you think outfits in cartoons work on real people. And please stop sending photos of cosplay models thinking this translates to an actual outfit an actor can perform in. It's one of the dumbest ways to fight against this, and shows how ignorant you are to what everybody is talking about. Also, don't do stuff like photoshopping outfits on actors and thinking you're doing anything but making yourself look like a crazy person, adding nothing to the conversation. What was this meant to accomplish? The point of her new outfit was that it's difficult to do real-life stunts in the old one. Are you saying if the colors on her outfit were different, you'd be fine with it? Please shut the fuck up. You guys are quick to point out the difference between fiction and reality when it comes to problematic topics in anime, but not when it comes to shit like character designs and outfits, apparently. The same can be said about dialogue and personalities. How an anime character and a real person act are vastly different things. Movement can also be restricted and expressions can be harder to convey when you change mediums. All of these can lead to live action shows falling apart more than the goddamn outfits they wear. You want to complain that Netflix Cowboy Bebop looks lazy based on some of the photos released? Fine. But do it right. If you want to complain about the reduction of personality conveyed through posture, a trait that made the anime iconic, then actually use good examples on both sides. Don't compare the posture of anime characters in random marketing material specifically meant to do that to the general Netflix key art when you know there exists a group photo of the live action cast doing different postures to convey personality as well. You might not think it conveys much personality, but it's literally what you're asking for. Stop cherry picking weird comparisons to make your argument look stronger when you have things that can directly compare. Like, you can say the Netflix version looks bad while acknowledging it's making attempts. They might not be good attempts, but they're attempts. You can just ignore it if you want by saying, ah yes, all the personality of sitting on a couch wrong, but it just makes you sound dumb when you're literally talking about posture conveying personality. Like, do you think that they sat around differently for fun? Or is it to show their difference in personalities? They even did this kind of thing in the anime, but no, I guess none of that matters unless it supports your side. Ah yes, all the personality of standing next to a wall. That's how bad your argument sounds. You want to say it's not enough? That's fine, but they did purposely make an attempt. You just don't want to say it happened, even though it doesn't defeat your point. So you're just being dense for no reason. This isn't me saying the Netflix Cowboy Bebop looks good by any means. I think it looks cheesy and won't be anywhere close to the quality of the anime. I've had zero faith in it from the beginning, like everyone else. I'm just tired of seeing some of the worst arguments against it blow up online in a dull attempt at joining the collective hate, especially when we're using things like costume design and posture conveying personality, both of which the anime entirely has an advantage towards, being in a medium that can easily manipulate these things. Netflix just released the opening for the live action show, and it was a recreation of the anime opening with the same visuals and song, but also live action characters. And yet most of the response is how the characters feel like awkward cosplays in this campy opening, and it feels like a YouTube fan project as a result. And I agree with this mindset. Most seem happy with the new opening because it kept the style of the original and conveyed that it would likely have the same tone the anime had with its stories. Yet others just see this as uninspired because some fans don't know what the fuck they want. They say they want something different because it'll be inferior in comparison, but they also want it to stay faithful to the original. There was never going to be any winning with this adaptation. Either it's too different to ever be considered Cowboy Bebop and it's disrespecting the series in your eyes, or it's too similar to the point it's lazy, uninspired, and feels like cosplay skits. And this is probably the case for any kind of anime series. Honestly, at this point, I just want us to give an anime adaptation to someone like Marvel, because even though their superhero movies can feel very cut and paste, and I don't really like Marvel and Disney as companies, they seem to know how to adapt comics into reality in a decent way that most seem satisfied with. And although the Detective Pikachu movie was based on a game, its roots are in anime, so examples like that show us good live-action anime are possible, but you need to find the right balance. And now they're working on a live-action My Hero Academia, which could go either way, I think, in terms of that. All this to say, if you want to hate on the live-action Cowboy Bebop already, at least make good arguments that don't sound like you're throwing a tantrum over its existence. Just calm down. alright? Like, we all know it's going to be bad. You don't have to take these small little fucking nitpicks of comparisons and make them blow up. This kind of shit is why the actor for Spike was worried about people comparing it to the anime too much. You want to be upset about something with this live action version of Cowboy Bebop? How about this weird statement that it's apparently going to be an expansion to the canon and not the same anime story? What the fuck does that mean? Especially when we kept seeing so many visuals in the opening that were part of episodes in the anime. Like, are these going to be in the show? It seems to indicate that they will be, but then they said it's an expansion to the canon and not the same story, but we see some of the same story. Like, what the fuck does any of that mean? Is this going to, like, ruin everything? Is all this shit supposed to be canon? Like, what is this? Like, you don't have to make fun of how the live action actors look. The fucking characters are going to look like anime characters, and if you put those characters in real life, they are going to look out of place. It will look like a cosplay unless you are just changing the character up entirely. Anyways, that's all. Make sure to like and subscribe and whatever.